Welcome back, Dungeoneers. Sunday afternoon. And that can only mean one thing. It's time to play Dungeons and Dragons. Because you're watching Dice and Dungeons, and I'm here at the table with...
I'm David Wong. I play Nines, a Tabaxi card game, the most fun collectible card game of all time.
I'm Nicole Bates. I play Xoria Sul, the Do You Have Any Changeling Druid.
How has it taken us 162 episodes for that to happen?
I don't know. I just thought of it.
I'm
Do you
Greg.
need a change?
I'm playing Ulseth Ralph, Furbolg fighter, and as usual, I don't have anything funny to say about it. So, who are you?
I'm Alexis Bates, your trusty dungeon mistress.
And if you want to see something that has things that are funny to say about them, go to our Patreon at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons. I was expecting someone to jump in and interrupt me.
So does that mean that if you want to see things where you can say funny things about them, go there, but they aren't necessarily funny themselves?
Find out at patreon.com/DiceandDungeons.
Yeah, there's comment sections on there.
It's the best way to support the show. There's a variety of reward tiers. You can check out behind-the-scenes videos, improv warm-ups, hot takes and cold reads, and other sorts of things, DM notes, all sorts of stuff. Check it out. Patreon.com/DiceandDungeons.
You can even say hi to Greg on there in the comment section.
Yeah.
You could.
You could do that.
Yeah, I'll tell him you said hi, because I administrate the Patreon page.
Yeah.
So,
Hi.
so he's saying hi to you. So now,
you have to go say
now you have to go say hi to him.
He did the
And
initiative.
the only way to do that is through
That's
Patreon.
entrapment.
Yeah.
And you like it. And know what else you'd like?
What else would you like?
There's this.
Geekified.
Whoa, I was just about to talk about
You-
that. It's
you
just
tabletop
tell me
store
all
in
about it.
Vinton, Iowa.
Whoa, what do they sell?
Everything from trading card games,
Oh, everything
all
related
just
to tabletop
trading card
What
games.
are they best known for?
Being a Vinton, Iowa.
No,
At least that's what
sponsoring
we.
this show.
Oh, they do that.
Do you know that just like 2 days ago, I was on the internet
Whoa,
and
you got a
someone
connection?
You were on the
I
web.
was on the internet.
Is that why I couldn't
information-
make a phone call?
Yeah.
Actually, you can't make a phone call when you're on the web.
Do you know that it takes me 97 hours to upload a single video of this to YouTube?
Yes,
We have the slowest connection.
we have
So-
a 56K modem and it chugs.
I spent a week downloading a JPEG.
A J.
I spent 2 days trying to download and then play a GIF file.
What does this have to do with Vinton, Iowa?
Anyway, so when I was on the internet trying to play my GIF file, I saw a map. And it was totally disconnected from anything that I've ever done before. It was just some random suggested subreddit. And it was a map of Vinton. They were talking about Vinton randomly on an aviation Reddit. I was like, what is this?
And you're
Well,
like,
why?
Geekified's
And then I was
right
like,
there.
that's the street where Geekified is. Look at that street. And I knew that because we talk all the time about how Geekified is in Vinton, freaking Iowa.
We do this both on and off screen.
When
actually
do. When we're not recording, the only thing we talk about is that Geekified is in Vinton, Iowa. We don't talk about what Geekified carries. We just talk about how it's in Vinton, Iowa, and it's a tabletop gaming store. So go there.
Wouldn't
Go
that imply they have
Now, turn off your
tabletop
computer.
gaming stuff?
Go to
Turn off your computer, put us on your phone, and then stream us as like you're going somewhere and drive to Vinton, or I guess your local comic book store.
Yeah.
We prefer Vinton, Iowa, though.
And with that,
Dungeoneers.
let's
Roll. Last week on Dice and Dungeons, Midnight Brunch both distracted and confused themselves in the latter half of a single day that seemed to go on for weeks, which is something I'm going to blame on laser entering their lives. Nines, however, did resolve to practice synthwave music for the pending showdown with his newly acquired rival, the aforementioned Laser. And we rejoined them in the morning after Xoria spent her sleeping time hanging out with Dole in his dreams.
That's right.
It is now the morning, and
That can only
the
mean one
Candy
thing.
Wizard is back in his spot.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
Good. Is it staying there?
Is it the right orientation?
Everything seems to be fairly
it the
normal
same
with the Candy
wizard?
Wizard.
Yeah, we checked to see if it's the same wizard.
No.
So you are Xoria,
Yeah, I'm in the kitchen.
making breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was hoping so.
Yep.
I like that every time we wake up in the morning, it's just like a teen-centric movie from the 80s, and it's either Nines or Ulseth are always the ones waking up, and Xoria's always in the kitchen already cooking breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah?
All right. I got breakfast ready.
What is the breakfast for today?
Breakfast muffins.
Breakfast muffins.
Breakfast muffins.
Xoria,
Yeah.
what's a breakfast muffin?
So it's a muffin. I'm glad you asked. It's a new line of muffins I've been experimenting with.
A new line? Are you selling them?
No. I just lined them
Should-
up on the counter.
Should I be selling them?
If you want.
Yeah.
Did I?
Do you
Am
want
I
me
your
to?
business manager?
No.
Oh, good. Jeez, I get enough with this Nine.
I don't have a business. I have a boulette. So, each muffin contains
One and a half boulettes. We have one on the way.
Well, yeah, I have. Well, yeah, we'll see when it hatches. Each muffin contains a full breakfast stuffed inside of it. So, like, this is a bacon and egg stuffed muffin.
Thank you.
This
It is.
is an oatmeal, brown sugar oatmeal stuffed muffin.
Oh, thank you.
This.
What?
What?
I'm just wondering what.
Buttermilk pancakes with blueberries and powdered sugar stuffed muffin.
Do you want one?
I'm not in the room yet.
Oh,
What time is it?
it's like
It's breakfast time.
11:30
You expect Nines to be up?
before noon. This one, all complete like eight links of sausage. in
According
there.
to my dice, it's 60 past 8.
Banklin Dragon
so it's
time.
It's 9 o'clock. 60 past 8 would be 9.
Yeah.
Those were very good muffins.
Thanks. This one's an apple fritter muffin.
Oh, I will save that for Nines.
Okay.
Apple fritter! And I walk into the room and I use minor illusion to get like this hoot and holler from the studio audience. Woo! I'm never using that spell again.
So was that applause for you or the muffin?
Here's a biscuits and gravy muffin.
Oh, thank you.
Woo!
Why on earth haven't I set up a studio audience
Laugh
soundboard
track.
over here?
Because I haven't used it for that spell.
We do need a laugh track. I feel like that would help us a lot.
An applause thing. You know, if you ever listen to old radio, like you can do that on the satellite radio thing. You can listen to radio shows from the
Yeah,
40s
and they always
50s.
have that.
They always have a laugh
It tells
track
you when
and
to
a-
laugh.
Yeah, and an applause line, and you can tell it's fake because it just starts out of nowhere and then just stops.
You can
Wait a
pay
second.
$100+ a year US to have access to a type of radio that is beamed from a big dish down somewhere on Earth up into orbit and then broadcast back down to you using a special transceiver that cost hundreds of millions of dollars to build. Also, you can listen to 80-year-old radio broadcasts.
That's what they did in the old days.
Yeah.
So this one,
Apparently, what happens when it goes up and comes back down is there's like, you know, the Einstein dilution of time going on.
I got a croissant stuffed muffin.
Wait, is the muffin stuffed with a croissant, or is the croissant stuffed with a muffin?
The muffin stuffed with a croissant.
Thank you.
What happened to Olsaf? There's like 14 muffin wrappers in front of him.
Xoria?
Yeah.
So, when you say it's stuffed, is it like a full-size croissant? Like,
Jammed into a muffin.
jammed into...
Yeah.
How do you do, like, from here down to here? How do you...
I have a hammer.
Can we sell kitchen hammer?
So you just smash it to bits?
No, I smash it into the muffin.
But how do you just get it to be small? I mean, a croissant, sure, there's like all sorts of air in there, but like bacon and eggs, how do you make them fit inside the muffin?
I have a hammer. Oh, nine. Roland. I'm so used to arguing in nines.
Why are you offended? Insight check.
I am used to arguing with nines.
I got a 21 on my insight check, and
You're pretty sure that you don't want the answer to that.
So I did an insight on myself.
Yeah.
And decided I don't want to know the answer to that.
That's correct.
That would make me sad.
You thought you were doing an insight on Holwyn, and you realized, nope, I don't want that sort of self-reflective start to my day.
So, well, that's all the muffins.
Thank you for the muffins.
Well, how many different coffees do you have?
I have 17 different coffees.
You made 17 different coffees this morning?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why 17?
That's how many I had? 16.
How does it take that long to drink that small of a cup?
They drink slowly.
What do you mean? It's,
A regular cup.
why wouldn't that take a while?
So, 16 coffees. This one, bacon and eggs coffee. This one, 6 sausage links coffee.
Wait, is this just a hammer thing again?
No, you can't hammer coffee.
No, there are only 15.
Oh, there goes the regular coffee.
That might have been my favorite coffee.
Well, it's gone now.
Well, give me the Nine's favorite coffee.
All right,
Nine's
there you go.
choice.
Catnip.
Catnip coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great when you brew it.
All right, now you're prepared to learn synthwave.
Oh, I was listening to that all night. That's why I'm so tired.
Oh,
Oh, what did it sound like?
Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
can you do that on a guitar?
No, I don't know what they were doing. I think they were throwing something at a drum.
Like a small animal?
So, are you able to play it now?
Well, they have to keep playing. I have to go to my band. There's like layers to this.
Oh, well, we have a stage you can practice on.
I'll go over there. I'll get the band together. Steel and drum. Wait, that's something.
Brass and steel.
Brass and steel experience. Let's go. It was a long night.
Are they here yet?
He hasn't cast the spell.
I haven't cast a spell yet.
Oh, I thought that was when you were yelling.
Well, I grab like 2 more cups of coffee and I walk into the stage room.
That's the chili pepper.
I throw the cup away.
And just keep the coffee.
Yes, I just keep the cup.
Just a liquid there.
Yeah. Just walk-
So, Xoria,
yeah, what?
Yeah.
shall we listen to Nines learn how to play guitar?
I mean, yes, but maybe when he's good.
That's not how learning works. As my mage hand like holds that coffee, like.
The thumb keeps trying to scoop that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can make the mage hand bigger when you want.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
for the moment, let's see how Nines is doing.
Okay, so we go into the stage room.
We'll sit in the chairs and just cross our in the very back and
Why do you-
cross our arms.
So I start summoning my band.
Okay, so you are now casting
Major image.
Major Image.
Yes. Major illusion, as some people call it. This the peanut gallery is very distracting as they lean back and forth with their
I don't know.
judgmental gaze.
Very much so.
Yes.
So
You have to operate with laser watching, Like, I'll turn into laser.
don't turn
Oh,
into
do that. Oh,
Don't turn into Sorry, his laser right now. Anyway, I summon Billy Flamingo. He comes over the side. He's moving his steel drum. It like gets caught on like the grooves on the wood. Come on!
Are you intentionally making your illusionary band mix mess up?
Yes.
All right. That's an artist.
All right, Billy Parrot. You got your steel guitar?
Strum.
I
are you
think I have to put like a little like reverb pedal in there or something.
Okay. Strum.
Yeah, you got
better?
like an octave pedal or something? We'll make one up.
Don't you have to make it up? This is your illusion.
Yes, this is all of my illusions.
Strum.
Okay, that's better.
was that synthwave?
It's getting there. You need layers. It's like an onion or some goblin or something.
It's called laser wave.
But you don't call it after yourself.
I call
You're
it-
not even laser.
You don't know that.
I am fairly certain. Laser's walking outside the room right now. Is there a window over there?
Sure.
I like to imagine Laser is just walking through it. Just-
window.
Yeah, that would check out. That'd be very much Laser's vibe.
Yeah.
He's not spying us. He's just walking by. He has a life outside of us.
No, I don't. I have no life outside of you, Nines. I love you so much. And you betrayed me.
I don't know if that's motivated me or make me want to quit swimfoil forever.
It
You
makes
must-
you motivated.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stick with that then.
You must win or you will be banished or something.
Billy Woodpecker, where are you at?
Oh, I don't have any.
Spoons.
I don't have any spoons.
Maybe he got the knives again.
Oh no, he got the knives again.
I guess I could. On break, I could bring down some spoons and just put them down here. So I'll just use a couple of like pens.
Good enough.
I'm not really sure if steel spoons work.
Steel spoons are the most synthwave instrument.
Maybe we'll have to sample it or something. Can you play it one time? Okay, I'll record that and that'll be good enough.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we could like loop it or something. And
No, one time.
well, yeah.
Beginning of the song.
So just that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
You're not gonna loop it. You're not gonna repeat it. You're not gonna like shift it around.
Do we really want to be repetitive in a synthwave song?
I mean, I think that's the entire definition of the genre based on everything that I've ever listened
You
to.
haven't even started and you're already old hat.
Fine, we'll loop the spoons.
Yeah.
But you need one. We do need a unique sound at the beginning. Can you give me that sound? Lower.
Oh, do that one again.
Perfect. I think that'll be
The thing.
the drop. I think that's what the kids call it. All right, the Billy
You
Sparrow.
can stop now.
You're not part of the band. You're my rival. You're not even my rival. You're the.
I can be your rival.
I already have like 3 rivals.
Hey, this is kind of neat over here. Do you want me to add this to the like guitar that I play?
I have no idea if the mic's even picking that up.
I have no idea either.
I'm just gonna say it does because I like the sound.
Okay.
Can you really play more than one instrument?
I mean, I can play this.
Billy Sparrow, can you play an instrument? I know you just dance. And honestly, the wave, the robot thing might work for this. I think we might need to step it up. Do you happen to have like a twin brother?
You could use the.
Get some symmetry?
You could use the Candy Wizard.
We're not doing the Candy Wizard. I can't control him.
Billy the
Isn't that part
Sparrow's
of
got
the
like
genre?
Billy the Sparrow has a little robot mask that shows like facial expressions and a dot matrix display on the front. And right now, Billy the Sparrow's mask is just like glaring, like heavy eyebrow, like "Urgh."
But it could be Billy the Spare. Oh.
Yeah, I get Billy the Spare. Oh.
What do you want? You want to fight?
Hey, no fighting in the music room!
All right, we go to the fighting room.
Fine, we go to Olsef's room. We take a slight detour. Because you can't have fighting in the band at the beginning.
I'm not in the band.
Then why are you giving feedback? We go back out of Olsef's room.
I lock the door,
Okay.
Luckily, I have a way to get in there. So
but not out. Ha.
okay, so we have Billy and Sparrow and Billy a Spare. Oh, and they can be mad at each other. That's fine.
So, the twin brother of Billy the Sparrow
Yeah.
shows up, walks in the door, wearing. See, Billy the Sparrow. His mask. It's a gold robot mask.
Yeah, there's
Well,
Billy the Sparrow has a silver robot mask.
so what I'm thinking is this is obviously a hand-me-down from Billy the Sparrow that their mom made them pass down.
yeah.
And he got a big fight about it because he's like, but this was my character and I'm retiring now. Like, if my brother takes it, the character comes back. And the mom's just like,
You can each be the same.
you can both have the fun. And they're
can
like, what do you
share.
mean the fun? And it's like, you with your little games. And like, it's not games, it's my life.
This is all happening for your illusionary band.
Well, we're seeing like the past and like a little thought bubble,
okay.
like a shared one.
Yeah.
They're having the same thoughts at the exact same time and reliving the memories.
All part of your illusion.
Yeah, it's all
This
part of
is
the
very
illusion.
elaborate.
It's very
They
elaborate.
don't really quite get along
Extremely
because they
elaborate.
both asked the same girl out to prom. And she said no to both of them.
Oddly enough, it was Sandra.
No.
Sandra, whoa!
She just doesn't recognize Billy the Sparrow because he always has a mask on.
See, Billy with an I, the Sparrow, asked out Sandra to prom, and she said no. So he blamed Billy the Sparrow with a Y. It's Billy, Billy. He blamed Billy the Sparrow for like sabotaging it, but what Billy with an I just couldn't understand is that Sandra just wasn't really into him. Like, it just wasn't feeling it.
No, that's impossible.
And
It's not
like,
it.
instead of feeling that rejection and just like accepting that not everything in life works out, like internalized and like blamed his brother. So now they have this like intense sibling rivalry, even though like Billy with a Y is 3 years younger.
Well, it adds a lot of fire to the stage.
It really does.
And the hand-me-down, Billy with a Y, added a light effect up top, a little like light that can rise out of it, and it can do like strobe, it can do circular like flashing, like a red rotating light kind of flashing.
I'm gonna have to steal some of this from
It
my
can also
act.
just like do fade in and out. It can do all sorts of different effects.
You are not stealing my robots.
No, I'm stealing the ideas from my act.
You're not David the right laser.
I am the right laser.
You're some sort of diffused laser.
I'm the laser that needs to be here right now.
That's true because you make us lunch.
Speaking of which, I'll be at the kitchen.
Oh, you stay here now. We need commentary.
All right.
All right. So, Billy Flamingo,
voice is
we already said that your steel drums are out. But you need drums. And what I've learned from the now 82 different synthwave albums that are in my collection, we need some sort of electric one like that steel guitar.
So we rig up the drums to electrify.
Yes, we need a
every time.
fervent drum kit.
Make a fervent drum kit,
Well, I can do that.
but make it illusionary.
Done.
Oh, I cannot do illusions.
And steel drums are completely different from these fervent drums. So I got us a new bandmate.
Do you want fervent drums?
Dun! Dun!
You're gonna sell me in the band just not for this genre. Get your steel drums back.
Gwa! Gwa!
You're
Thank
still getting
you.
paid even though you don't need to work.
And don't exist. Oh. So, these fervent drums that you want.
They're
There you go, the illusionary. I mean, you can make them for real. Maybe we can sell them. We're already selling one instrument.
Nines, who's playing these fervent drums?
Well, I got a new bandmate. I scouted him. It took weeks to convince him. We got William Stork. He's classically trained.
In what? Fervent drum?
Yes, fervent drums.
Okay.
Well, since fervent was around 200 years ago, being classically trained in the fervent drums is a
there-
sentence that makes sense.
I will be back in about 20 minutes or so with your drums. They are very simple to make.
Okay. 3 years
I
later.
forgot to ask.
Also,
Do you want these?
giant.
Do you want these? Do you want these to be special? Like when you pound on them, that there are all sorts of pyrotechnic effects and
Make
lights.
them as dangerous as possible.
Well, I think we just need it to just light up and just be like sensory overload.
Do you want them to be dangerous?
Oh yeah.
They should have a danger dial.
I want that dial set to Iron Veil.
Okay.
We have experience with that.
I'm gone to make fervent drums now.
So you just leave.
I'm just gone here.
To the other room.
So I inspired. I
fervent-
bardically
to the
inspired
fervent
you.
tech
Yeah.
room.
The other room.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Hello, I'm William Stork. It's lovely to meet you all.
I don't know why I gave him that accent.
William Stork.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Would you like to work in a real band?
Well, of course. I
right.
believe
You're in the real band.
I am working in a real band.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm me.
Who are you, by the way?
I'm Laser.
Oh, well, you must have a very nice band.
I would have a better one with you in it.
Oh. Well, should I join your band then?
Yes, you should.
Oh, well. This is awkward. Should I join his band?
I dispel this William Stork, and I make one from 10 seconds ago that didn't agree to be in this band.
William.
Yo, what's up?
I don't want this one.
Why did I turn this to random?
The character creation settings are random.
Yeah, I don't think you really gave me any instructions, so I'm just going with vibes right now.
This is what happens when you make a band just hitting random on Skyrim.
Oh, you are nines.
What?
You're your
What the
drums.
hell? That was 4 minutes.
They were very easy to make.
You should probably do a fervent check to see how good they are.
Yeah,
Well,
you have to roll for it.
So the problem with Ulseth's drums
Nat
is
20.
that they are not,
Wow.
in fact, musical in any way because they are electric. So you need an interface. But what they do perfectly is every time you hit, they send out a mix of LED, just sort of ambiance light, lasers, and then actual fireworks.
And poison gas.
They don't do that.
You had to special order that.
So, nines, to circumvent this, you're going to have to imagine that you have an interface for this hitting.
So we'll put up real drums with a fake interface and a fake musician for this real competition.
This is becoming wildly confusing.
It's not confusing, just keep up. Now, before we start this training session, whatever, did anyone else get Sandra pregnant while between our 2 gigs? Be honest.
I'm not pregnant. Oh, wait. I might be pregnant. I'm not sure.
Was this from the band or was it from Laser?
Oh, I resent that remark. I've
Who's
never met
Laser?
Sandra before.
Never heard of him.
But you are beautiful, and
I'm
you
pretty-
should join my band.
The only person that I've been making love with is Billy Pelican.
Insight check.
I'm doubling down on that.
I got a 14 on my
I
insight
got
check.
a dirty 20.
18.
You're pretty sure that Sandra is currently with Billy Pelican, and right now she and Billy Parrot are on the outs. That's the story.
What about Andra, her twin sister? We have a lot of twins in this band all of a sudden.
Wait, okay, so
This is
one is
just soap
one
opera
is
101.
Sandra, and then one is Sandra without the S.
The S is silent.
For every kid that the species of bird that I generated, they just take a letter off of the last name.
Then the next one will be Ndra,
Yes,
and then Dra,
but only for girls.
and then Ra.
You know what? That's a stupid rule. I ignore that rule. I added it to the rule book. I have taken it off, but it's still Andra.
Sandra, are you really pregnant again? What's the business that you have in here, Andra? I told you, just vibe somewhere else. You haven't even told Mom that you have a kid. You haven't spoken to her in 2 years. Yeah, well, might that be? Do you think you remember the time that she blew up my entire social life? You mean when she posted a dumb meme accidentally on your thing?
And your
Social media thing?
thing.
Did we ever make a...
No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
We live in a good
But it's
fantasy
okay. This
world.
is an illusion, so it doesn't matter.
So yeah, I actually think calling it a thing is pretty much in keeping with what nine. It's because she posted a dumb joke on your exterior corkboard display. Yeah, it embarrassed me in front of the entire neighborhood. Everyone thought I was lame and boring. No one ever cared, Sandra. No one looked at your dumb corkboard thing.
For the record, Sandra, I cared and I thought you were lame and dumb.
Yeah, Andra, I don't really care about telling Mom. I have 1, maybe 2 wonderful children. Yeah, where's the first kid? At the babysitter's because I'm working. You're not working, you're just sitting here with your boyfriend. I am encouraging. He's not even part of the band. But he helps them be creative. So you're helping him. So you're helping him help the band. Is that what you're doing? Yes, now why don't you just say it in a less sarcastic way, and I might think you had a chance at being a good supportive sister. Do you know who your babysitter for your kid is?
I like that you're not even on screen for that.
You who are nines.
I know who my
How did you let this illusion get so out of
babysitter
control?
is.
You can't have a good band without a good
Do
behind
you
the music.
really? Yes, I do. I do know who my kid's babysitter
There's someone behind
is.
the music.
Her name is Jessica, with 2 eyes. Wow. You went to our cousin.
Focus.
You went
Sorry,
to our
sorry,
cousin
I need to adjust this illusion a little bit.
over me. You know what? I don't even care anymore. That's fine. Fine.
Ezra, come back. Aw.
If you really need me, Nines, you know where to find me.
was
gone bad.
intense.
She's gone now. We can get back to work.
Oh, you don't need to talk anymore for this. Okay.
So, what? Has this been synthwave?
Oh, you're building up to synthwave.
Oh, this is pre.
I told you it's layers. We got the angst in now.
At least you have good drums.
William, did you absorb any of that angst?
Who are you asking?
William.
Yeah, ma.
Okay, I switch it back to British, William.
Yeah, I think I got that angst going on. You know. Sound reminds me of a crocodile.
Oh, now give me a nice...
I love you.
You went too far.
Okay, I just need a nice, fast driving beat. Cynthia. Okay, now do that for the rest of the song. Right there, Billy Parrot.
This is it. That's the sound.
I need you to be Billy Parrot for a second.
Me?
Yeah, you.
I turn into Billy Parrot.
Thank you.
What does Billy Parrot sound like?
Billy Parrot just sounds kind of like this. You know, he's a little like a little gravelly, but not too gravelly. He's just like
Billy Parrot. What? Okay.
Okay, now play the riff like wow, 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 wow. Okay, that sounds like synthwave so far. Don't stop!
Would you like Ardamore to join in?
No, Artemore's not into the band. Okay, now get ready for the bass drop. Get quieter. Off. Drum fill. You're not on drums.
what kind of drum fill do you want me to do?
The good kind. That's why I pay you to play drums. Okay, that was pretty good. I don't think that was synthwave though. Or just go back to that other thing. Come on, Billy Woodpecker, do the noise.
Over
The
there.
noise. Okay, I got what I needed. I'm just gonna loop that over and over and over, and then we'll play over it.
Oh.
What, we're gonna play over it? What do you mean we're gonna play over it?
Don't you understand how
Good
synthwave
music
works?
over it.
No.
No one understands how it works.
Well, then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, it is. Yes, actually, yes.
That is very flexible. Yeah. Do you like my drums? I spent like 7 minutes making them.
Yeah, they are lighting up pretty good over there. Especially during the drum fill that we're not going to do.
That's the sound of the lasers. They're really intense.
Like hazard intense.
Like, are they at least pointing upwards?
Yeah. They're pointing upwards so you don't, like, purposely blind people.
Oh, you must be very careful if you're aiming those upwards because they could like burn off part of the roof.
Yeah, and there's like a pool above us.
Yeah, Artemore's pool.
Maybe we can
water?
like, tone the intensity down a bit.
Well,
Turn it up a little, see how that looks.
Drip, 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 drip.
Okay, maybe we should take a break.
Nines.
do you think
What?
I'm laser again.
Yes, I see that.
Okay, good.
What?
You're brilliant. I'm gonna defeat you. I love you, and I'm gonna crush you in this, and then give you a full kiss on the mouth.
I'm getting mixed messages here.
Laser out.
You just leave the room.
No, I just turned into Xoria immediately.
Yeah, that was a little bit confusing over there. I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, Laser's a complicated character.
He's complicated like crocodiles.
Is that just gonna be your thing, crocodiles?
Yeah,
Okay.
seems like it.
All right, well, you need to wear some crocodile shoes then.
Nice crocodile boots.
Nice.
Should have made them dead.
Snap, 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 snap.
They just start walking all over the place.
You, I want to reimagine that.
No. I don't think it's good.
All right.
So, your rehearsal's going pretty well?
Yeah, I think we got the...
I just got here.
You were there the whole time.
No.
You were Laser.
No, that was Laser.
No, Laser is currently helping that old lady across the street.
No, that's Xoria.
Insight check.
13 deception.
24.
I'm definitely lying.
Okay. What are you rolling over there?
Me?
Yes.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Some time ago, I bumped into this chair, and it was trying to like get something down. I kind of fell on it, and
it makes a clicky noise.
it broke the plastic casing on this arm, so I can just bend it forward, and
now it's a little fidget.
Are you going to use that sound in the?
Yeah, can you give me a beat with that?
I do not want to purposely break this more.
Fine, we won't.
I will continue with the Sharpies. I'll continue with the spring. I have no idea if that's turning up in the mic. I have no clue.
We'll find out in the future.
We'll find out in post.
Yeah. I'll continue with dumb, intense laser noises, but I'm not going to purposely break my chair arm.
There are some musical genres in which breaking a chair would be an important part.
All right,
Which ones?
The chair breaking kind.
Chair
The
breaking
furniture,
music.
more generically, furniture breaking music.
Industrial rock, maybe?
I have lunch out in the dining room
Oh, also.
Wait, when did you have time to cook it?
when you were practicing.
But you were there the whole time.
No, that was Laser.
Well, we just did the inside check, and I determined that was a lie.
No, I said the lie was the Laser outside right now helping an old lady is not Xoria.
I have lunch. This is very good. I hope somebody else doesn't want any.
I dismissed the band because I think we made some good progress. We have a few weeks before this.
It's all peanut
Hey guys,
butter.
that sounded pretty. Nines? We
What?
were practicing with a band. I just heard them, and now I've come in here and no one's around.
Yeah, we dismissed.
Oh,
The band went home.
they're very quick at cleaning up.
They are.
They've left a drum kit though, an old one.
Yeah, it's a real drum kit. Also, the ceiling is leaking.
Oh well, I will call the plumber
I think
or carpenter.
plaster.
Both? Anyway, well, I'll arrange for the fixing.
That's great. I didn't know you could do that.
I can.
God. Why did we rescue this thing? Why did I break its limiter?
So it's peanut butter and jelly muffins.
When you say that,
Yeah.
is it a muffin with a peanut butter and jelly sandwich injected into it?
No, that'd be weird.
I'm kind of thinking like a peanut butter and jelly muffin. So you would bake them and then
You slice
Like-
them in half. You put peanut butter and jelly on them and use them like a sandwich.
I was going to say you basically make like a peanut butter muffin.
Oh yeah, and then you
And
Do you
then-
slice them vertically or do you slice them horizontally?
vertical.
Oh, really? Oh.
Well, you make a peanut butter muffin and then you take a syringe and inject
A filling.
a little bit of like jelly in there.
Yeah, sure. We can do it that way.
And then you'd also inject like a little bit of a less because you got the peanut butter in there, but you'd inject a little bit of peanut butter. That could be a pretty good muffin.
Well, that's what I did. The pretty good one.
Can we make some peanut butter muffins
That's
now?
pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. So
So
There's lunch.
that was an interesting rehearsal. Now that I have heard what synthwave sounds
Yes,
like.
you know what synthwave is now.
Yeah,
Here, borrow my albums.
there are 113 albums.
Yeah, I don't know where they keep coming from.
I think I have heard enough.
You heard one song.
I think I have heard enough.
I think you should listen to more, as I cast suggestion on Ulseth.
I think I have heard enough.
That's wisdom check. Save.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's the joy of it.
7.
You think you should listen to more synthwave right
No,
now?
I think I can listen to one more thing.
Okay, let's look through the albums. So every obviously there's a couple laser albums on
Hey,
there.
why don't you go for Rotten Egg Experiment?
I was going
where's
to
the
go
Z
for
in
the Alpha
Oh,
Protocol.
egg.
Is it egg or eggs? And the Z is silent.
The
I
egg
pick an
is-
Alpha
it's
Protocol one.
EGZG.
I'm listening to an Alpha Protocol one.
EGZG.
EGZG.
EGZG is actually fun to say.
EGZG is pretty good.
EGZG. This sounds like a very bad, like, stupid ending or phrase that someone would say in like a sci-fi movie.
Well, I have listened to an Alpha Protocol synthwave thing. I think I have heard enough.
No, you
No,
don't.
you have to go to a whole concert for that. We can go to a synthwave concert.
Where?
To get-
The charity concert?
No, another. No, we go to a real one.
Are there any?
There has to be. There's like 137 albums here.
All right. Well,
And then we have to make up this whole new persona that would be like kind of not a rival to me, but kind of like a supporting figure,
like laser,
like some sort of mentor.
like laser.
No, he's not a mentor to me.
I mean, he kind of is.
No, he's just an antagonist.
You are using big words.
Yes, that's the
That
biggest
is-
word I know.
That is pretty impressive. Yeah.
Billy, I am not naming our potential future child Senjutsu,
I
so
thought
just
you
get
made
out
this
of here.
illusion go away.
It comes and goes.
You have no control over your own illusion.
Not Sandra.
You want to try and control that?
Just leave me alone, Andra. I'm not leaving you alone until you agree to call Mom. She has not shut up about it in years, and this is...
All right. Well,
Well,
since Nines is taking a break,
oh, like a break from the band.
no, just like a recess.
Yeah.
Like
It's hard playing
like when you were
synthwave.
in school and you take a time off.
When on earth did Ulseth go to school and have recess? In the swamp.
And not grow up in a swamp.
I just got this image of, like, young Ulseth meeting Lon Ferran, and Lon Ferran, like,
Is Ulseth in like a
Ulseth-
little
Ulseth
propeller?
Yeah, he has to have
has
the
a little
propeller
propeller
hat.
beanie, and then
The overall
and Lon
shorts
Ferran is like,
and a
Also, it was like-
lollipop
40 years old.
and a full beard.
yeah, and they're having class, and then there's a little bell that's prearranged to go off
Yeah, the
after so
swamp
long.
bubbling all
So
around
it's-
them.
You know, brrrring.
Ulseth
Yeah,
did not
and
grow
then
up in a swamp.
Ulseth is so like gets all excited because it's
No
time for
swamp.
recess,
Nope,
and then
there
Lon
was-
Ferran is like, "Well, I guess you can go outside. It's
No
recess
swamp.
now."
There wasn't any swamp.
Well,
And then-
Ulseth.
There was a swamp
And then
in
Ulseth
the
goes
distance
out.
where I think somebody else was maybe growing up.
I lived in a
Never in a
swamp too.
And then Ulseth like goes outside, and there's like a slide, just like one slide. Ulseth runs up it, and then slides down, and then goes and runs around, waits his turn, then runs up it, and then goes down, and does that for like 15 minutes until he
Ulseth.
goes back in and sits down, and he's like 40.
Why don't you prove to us you don't live a swamp? We can go to your hometown, see if we can figure out what happened to them,
And prove to you it was not a swamp.
and you can prove to us it's not a swamp. Because it's a swamp until proven innocent.
I don't think that's how that phrase goes.
I'm pretty sure it is. And then we can just keep going north and go to Anrissa.
Okay, after I talked to the elf lady.
And Nine says it's charity concert.
Oh, yes.
Well, how
we
long
need to
does the
do
journey
that
take?
again.
The concert is not until it's convenient.
Oh, well, I mean, I can transport via plants pretty easily.
Well, then we can do that thing first if we really want to.
but it might take weeks.
Oh.
Even then. So we might do the charity concert first, but why don't we go check out your hometown? You can prove it's not a swamp. Or we'll find out it actually is a swamp.
Probably is a swamp.
I think it's a swamp.
Definitely a swamp.
It's swamp energy.
Did your swamp playground have like that? Those
Yeah.
those diggers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It was
little
a
makeshift
muck raker, it was called.
Oh,
Is that actually what it's called?
No.
Not in a swamp, it is.
Oh, you would know. You make journalism things.
The DM? Oh, are you talking to Holwyn now?
Holwyn.
I was
Yeah.
asking that as the DM. I was like, is that actually?
Oh, I thought that was Holwyn. No.
No, I think
No,
it's
we're
called a
out.
Little Digger.
Now we got character confusion going on.
So,
only about you and
Well,
the swamp you grew
It
up
was
in.
because
in preparation for learning about the Tashira from the elf lady, why don't you actually talk to the Tashira who's sitting right over there eating a PB&J muffin?
oh, is Sanara here?
Yeah, she's in our guest room, remember?
Yeah, it even has its own bathroom.
Okay, I am confused. Is Sanara in the guest room or is Sanara here eating
Sanara's
PB&J?
staying in the guest room, but is currently enjoying lunch with us.
You were not precise.
I thought you could use your eyes.
Yes, but you were not precise.
Wait, are we in the kitchen? I'm not
No,
using
we're
this
in the
new.
dining room.
Well, that's where the food come from then.
The kitchen.
Then why are we in the kitchen?
Because I brought it to the dining
Why
room.
would you bring it here? It must have gotten cold. The peanut butter and jelly muffins.
There's a heat lamp over on the side buffet. A
So-
heating plate.
You are Sanara.
Oh.
Oh, are you
Yeah.
reading a book?
Well, yeah, I was just doing some light reading.
Oh, light reading. You mean
Easier than
like
dark
you-
reading.
Is that a fervent thing? You
Hey, I
open
have
it
dark
up and
vision.
it is light?
No, it's just a romance story.
Am I in it?
Oh.
No, none of you were in it.
Oh.
It was in the library though, so.
So I was wondering, you were in service to the Forge?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yes. Could you tell me something about, how, do you know anything about how the Forge managed to get the hammer and the armor of Ilntaro and Rimarden?
I mean, not specifically, but the stuff that the Forge used, his armor, the hammer, although the armor you're wearing, that was like hidden away. I didn't know anything about that until you guys found it and took me up there, but yeah, other than that, it goes to, as far as I know, it goes down from one forge to the next. I haven't been around long enough to see it change hands. I wasn't with the Tashira until after this last forge became forge.
What do you think the Tashira would do about having the hammer taken from them?
What do you mean? What would they do?
Well, I assume they're not just gonna let us keep it.
I mean,
Or perhaps they are symbols of power and they will respect the bearer of the armor and hammer.
I sincerely doubt that.
Oh, tell me why.
The Tashira respect symbols of power, but not simply because one has them. For example, if a circle was the symbol of power for them, and you just drew a circle, they really wouldn't care. It's more about the symbols are illuminating of the respect that you're owed within the order. The position of Forge is one of the three leaders. It's part of the, triumvirate that leads the Tashira. I'm sure that whatever happens, someone is going to want that weapon back. But whether it's the whole Tashira Noon or the new forge, I'm not sure what.
Oh, would they appoint a new forge without the hammer?
The hammer isn't necessary to be the forge. The forge is a station. The hammer is part of the dressings of office.
Why don't you tell us more about the organizational structure we were dealing with the Tashira Noon?
Well, what do you want to know?
I mean, like, how are they organized? I get, like, we obviously have the Triumvirate.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, and then there were, like, sub-commanders? Right?
Yeah.
How many Tashira Noon are we talking about in total?
Well, the number's a little unclear, but at least in the thousands. Probably tens of thousands.
Are there, tens of thousands? Okay. Are there a lot of, say, magic users other than Drovan?
Most of our training doesn't focus too much on magic, it's martial skills. Not that there aren't any magic users within, but they're much fewer and farther between. Maybe the best thing to understand is how... So you guys just saw them actually deploying some troops. Now, in all my time with them, we never did that. But in theory, what would happen is you have soldiers, and they are simply referred to as soldier. Sometimes in more formal situations, they might be called acolytes. It's older, and most people feel that it puts a little bit too much pomp and circumstance on everything. But it's technically what the position is called. Within that group, there are, well, technically senior acolytes. But in another military, you might just think of them as like a sergeant.
I don't know what that is.
And they would have command over a group of 4 or 5. Maybe sometimes as large as 6.
So they were very small groups.
Yes, the Tashira Noon can break down into as small of a group as 4. They prefer to operate in larger numbers.
Quick question I thought of.
Yeah.
We had some confusion yesterday about is Drovan one of the Triumvirate?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh, but my understanding was there was a blade, a heart, and a forge.
Where did you hear Blade?
I heard blade from the very beginning of the description of them.
Do you remember who said that?
You did.
Blade? Mm-hmm. I've never heard of a
forge.
blade before.
But that is information that you gave us. The forge has been 50 years on the job. The heart, who appointed the forge, is a trainer and is kind. And the blade you had described as the most controlling, unflinching, violent person who stays in the Tashira Noon headquarters and has been there for hundreds of years. The hand was not part of the Triumvirate.
Well, I don't remember what I would have said that at the time.
Were you still under the gaze then?
Well, I don't know exactly when you asked me that, but possibly. One of the things you need to understand about the way the whole system works is that for people on the bottom, the top structure is purposely obscured. From what I gathered in my time with them, the Forge acting as he did was very unusual. The previous Forge, no one even knew that he was that. And the person who gave me that information, I never saw him again. I don't remember this blade, but I do remember something more of a feeling. It's hard to describe. Almost like if you had a really good day and just everything went right, and then you think back on it years later and you don't remember all of the things that happened during that day, but you remember a couple parts of it.
But how would someone from the outside who was not even raised up as part of the Tashira become one of the triumvirate being called the Hand? How could that possibly be? Because these positions go back hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years.
I don't know. From what I saw of Drovan, which wasn't much, because I'd never seen him until I was with you all, he seemed to have a lot of power. But you said that he uses time magic, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did that during our battle.
Well, what if he's been using it on us? Not on you all, but on the Tashira.
To create a position called the Hand to replace the blade, and no one could remember that?
Maybe to create an illusion of something that was never there. Something to confuse the rest of us.
Well,
one of the things that I did learn during my time is that when I joined, I was very young. I'm still quite young for an elf, but I was only like 30. Life hadn't gone so great. I'd lost my parents. My dad, he got sick. My mom, she was a sailor. She worked for a trading company. She's actually, the first officer on the trade ship. Hit a bad storm and never came home. After school finished, I didn't have any support anymore. I spent a few years trying to figure things out on my own, but it wasn't working. And the Tashira found me. They housed me. They gave me something to wear. And they gave me a purpose. They tried, when I was recruited, to remain fairly secret. They didn't tell me about who they were or what they were doing until I'd been staying at this house for a couple of years already. And by that time, I had no reason not to trust them. So, of course, I started joining in and wanted to be part of this organization that seemed to be doing good. They gave me all sorts of stories about how they were being oppressed and held back, and how the state didn't agree with them and they wanted to keep people oppressed, and they fed me a whole lot of lies about the way everything was working. It's not that they never did anything good, it's that there was a high price and a lot of evil behind the few good acts that they did do. It's hard to look back on. After I'd been there for 10 or 15 years, I started to see that things weren't quite what I thought they were. And then things really started to shift. This would have been, well, maybe about the time that your teacher found you. They changed tactics. The organization hadn't had a forge for some time. After your teacher left, the position was vacant. When I joined, there wasn't one. You saw that big ceremony vision?
That was...
I was there. Not long after that, the organization started to become a lot darker. We started to get a lot more recruits. Most of them didn't feel any sort of mission. They just liked wearing the armor, being strong, working out. Most were violent. Not that the organization wasn't violent before, but they were violent with each other, which was new. It looked like it shifted from being a secret organization to something that was more urgent in its mission. Like someone didn't want to waste any time. A lot of new rumors popped up, a lot of new things. I didn't have all that much interaction with that new forge for a while. Then a few years ago, I got posted to a personal protection for him. At first I thought it was sort of an honor, because being posted to the personal protection of one of the leaders was a big deal. But it wasn't. And by the time I got there, I knew that I was going to be in trouble. The Gaius was obviously the nail in the coffin, but it had been more than 50 years since I last talked to any of my family. I don't know where they are now. I had cousins. I had an aunt. We kept in touch, and after what happened with my parents, they tried their best to help, but they're not particularly well off either. And they were barely scraping by. there are all sorts of things that got muddled up, and I don't remember what they told me. To be completely honest with you, years and years of being perpetually put under a geas messes with your head. You ever been under one?
I think we had been mind manipulated. I don't know
That
if it
was
was a
that was
gas or not.
different. But I could put you under gas if you want to try it.
No, thank you.
It can control your every action. And no one has to control you. It's just an overriding command. You don't ultimately have any free will. You can't have any say over what you do. It's just do what we tell you to, basically. It can be more or less subversive, but the way they structured this spell, it takes over everything. I don't remember much from that time. And the further I get away from it, the less I remember about it.
I do have some other questions. Perhaps you will remember or not. Do you have any idea why you were selected to be part of the Forge's personnel protection?
Unfortunately, I don't. But
Did you have anything in common with the others who were selected?
that I think we do. I just need to gather myself for a minute. Is that okay?
How long do you need?
I just need a minute to go breathe. Sanara lets herself out of the room and heads up to her guest room.
I did not know why that would be so upsetting.
And we're going to take a break. We'll be back in a minute.
Reliving horrible trauma.
That was,
On that note,
on that note, yeah, we're really going to take a break.
yeah, thank you.
welcome back. We return to sad story time with the Tashiranoon, ex-Tashiranoon soldier, Sanara. Sanara returns from her room, clearly a little shaken, but willing to continue to provide information to you.
You who are Sanara, I must apologize. I did not intend to cause such distress. I will not further ask questions about those things, but I do have another set of questions if you are willing.
You don't have to apologize. It's okay. I'm happy to try and help.
Oh, you do not look happy.
I mean that as more of a turn of phrase.
Well,
Ask your question.
What's your question, Elsa?
Yeah. Ask your question, Olsef.
so you who are Sanara,
Good start.
Sanara.
do you recall that when the Forge was appointed to be the Forge, that there was a very big ceremony?
Yeah, I was there.
And then who was it, the Heart, that gave the Forge the title and the hammer?
Yeah.
Do you recall, was there a ceremony like that for the hand?
No. Not one that I ever went to.
Do you recall anything about the hand being appointed by the Heart?
No, I didn't even know he existed until you saw him. He's, to put it mildly, very mysterious.
But you do not recall anyone with the title of the Blade?
No. Like I said, I feel something. I don't know what it is. I can't recall it.
What do you know about the Heart?
I know he's been around a long time. I don't know quite how long. Must take decent care of himself. He looks younger than what I think his age should be.
Do you know if the Heart is appointed to a position like the Forge is appointed?
I don't know. The only time anything like that happened was when the Forge was named that. I don't know what happens if any of the other positions are vacant. I suppose that the remaining 2 leaders would have to choose and appoint someone. Maybe that's why it took so long in between. There wasn't enough agreement?
Oh, about appointing a new Forge?
Yeah. How old is Drovan? Do you guys know?
I think he is very young,
It might change every once in a while.
perhaps 30.
Except maybe not, because his house was pretty old. The house he grew up in was a very old, out-of-date house.
I'm familiar with Tabaxi look like at certain ages. What's my opinion?
Just from a visual.
Drovan's appearance, just his. I just want to be clear for everyone, I'm not talking about his home, because that was brought up, or anything in it. I'm just talking about Drovan, standing there, Tabaxi. What does Nines think how old he is? Nines would guess that he's a little older than you, probably in his... What's Nines' character age? Did you list him as?
feel like I said 25.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let me.
Background. Yeah, 25.
So
It's maybe 26 at this point. We've been out adventuring.
you would guess that Drovan looks to be, early to mid 30s, a little older than you, but you might have. It's possible that you guys would have been in school at the same time for a year.
So, I looked up through my notes. Our estimation of his house looked like it was an old style from about 40 to 60 years ago.
So
So I
are you
think it's-
implying that a time wizard might be screwing with time a little bit?
I don't think that's possible. How would he do it?
Like a nature wizard screwing with nature.
I'm not a nature wizard.
Or a swamp wizard messing with swamps.
Also, it's not a wizard.
If he was, though.
He would be a swamp wizard.
Yeah, he would be a swamp wizard.
So,
Also, there's just ignoring.
Oh,
Anytime,
that was player talking. I
anytime-
wasn't in character.
anytime anyone mentions swamp, also just pays no attention.
so,
It's not going to react to it. It's not going to acknowledge it. Nothing.
so we only have guesses based on suppositions of what the house looked like, but Drovan could easily be 60 plus years old.
Could be 100,
We don't know.
150.
And he probably preserved and altered things with his house too. Because he's all obsessed with his sister Juliana. You have more questions?
So I think I will leave you now. You seem to be very disturbed still.
Have another PB&J muffin.
She grabs one and, just sees herself out.
Have a bowl full of cream.
So,
It makes me feel good.
aren't you lactose intolerant?
Maybe that is what Nines means by feeling good.
So I've been thinking.
Excuse me.
You're excused. We're dealing with time magic,
The distortions of reality.
distortions of reality, and time magic. What if we were to find something that could help counteract that, or at least ignore it?
But what can beat time?
Well, time can't change me. That's a David Bowie thing. Anyway,
Is he some sort of musician?
yeah.
Oh.
David Bovine the Minotaur.
Elwin, if you're going to the kitchen, can you get me a bowl of cream?
Yeah. And see if there are any muffins left, too.
What's going on over there?
What would be really good are some more of those sausage link muffins, if there are any left.
So, my plan.
You did not find any muffins.
My plan. What exists outside of time? We all know this.
Now with my intelligence.
The Fey Realm.
The Fey Realm has no time.
The Fey Realm exists before time, or doesn't have time. It just doesn't exist there.
So
As
it just
far as
doesn't
I know.
exist.
As far as I know, is that correct? My knowledge pool.
Are you asking me as a
I'm asking for clarification as a DM if how much Xoria understands of the nature of the Fey Realm.
So the Fey Realm, the way that you experience the Fey Realm is different than the way the Fey experience the Fey Realm. But the best that you can understand it is that their experience would be like how best to describe this? It would be as though you were aware that time passes, but you are also aware of everything that happens in it, both now and in the future, but they continue to do what they're doing, and cause and effect don't quite work the same way. Sometimes in the Fey realm, effect is cause.
Yeah.
And
So I try to explain this to them.
Do you understand what Xoria is saying?
without
Got a 9 on my intelligence.
So, for the sake of role playing here, Xoria, why don't you make
Arcana, nature.
no, because it's not that you don't understand it; it's that you're trying to explain it.
Communication check.
Yeah, and I think the best
Intimidation.
thing
Learn
is
this or
just
else.
make a charisma check.
Just a classic
Just
charisma check.
a straightforward charisma
Do you
check.
want inspiration or something?
Guidance. No, I got this.
Okay.
I'm very charismatic.
What?
I'm very charismatic.
I have none
Wait,
of that.
is that a drink?
13. Dirty 13.
Okay. Now, Nines and Ulseth, I want the two of you to each make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
I got a 5.
Oh, I got 11.
Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Time is a flat circle. Don't you understand?
Is that like a sphere or something?
Okay, so I'm going to describe what each of you understands of what Xoria tells you. And this is now your interpretation as characters. Okay? Ulseth. You understand that the Fey realm certainly doesn't work like our own. You also understand that you can't really wrap your head around what the Fey experience is like. But you do understand that Xoria has a certain logic here. Because what she's trying to say is that the Fae might be able to help point you all in the right direction because they can perceive things about time that the rest of us can't. Because they exist outside of the normal flow of time.
So, my understanding is pretty much as it always has been about Xoria. That Xoria seems to think that she knows what she's talking about, but it doesn't always make sense.
Yeah. So Nines. You have no idea.
These muffins are good.
Hold on. You have no idea what Xoria is talking about. You don't know why she brought up the Fae at all. No clue. None whatsoever. As far as you can tell, this was a non sequitur. However, Nines does grasp that in the Fey realm, time can flow as a circle and as an infinite loop eating its own ends. That it doesn't make sense, and that cause and effect are two different things, and that one does not end with the other, and one does not start on its own. It's this giant mystery of cluelessness that somehow makes sense to nines as you perceive this in the way that music flows from you, as you feel the creative energies flow from your head, through your heart, and into your hands, and out through the instruments' flow. You speak with your soul through your music, and then you wonder, what the hell are we talking about? That's what each of you got out of this.
So can we?
You who are nines.
What?
You look terribly confused.
No, I figured it out.
Oh,
Just don't ask me any follow-up questions.
Let's go to my lab.
in your treehouse?
The room,
No, the fake
the
experimentation.
room that's directly underneath my room.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I want to
Right.
get out of this room that is directly underneath this giant pool where I hang out.
No, we're in the dining room, I think. So we're under the
Then
Sanara.
why is this dripping water?
Sanara is crying a lot. Thanks, Alseth.
I think someone turned the laser on the beamy lights thing on the fervent drums up to
Yeah, you should weaponize your drum.
aimed at the ceiling, and I said, no, don't do that.
Is Tense just like eating it or something and it just
Ding
activates
dong.
every time? What the hell is that?
I don't know. Let's
I
go
don't
to my
know.
lab.
Yes.
Ding dong.
Is that the candy wizard?
Wait, is that
I go-
Honkert?
I go check out the candy wizard. Is the candy
tried
wizard
to-
ding-donging?
Is someone knocking? Oh, I know what that means.
What?
I go open the door.
Oh,
Gotta figure out who it is first.
I open the doors. I just
Just-
fling them open, both of them.
Okay. Hi.
Karina.
Hi.
You got a problem with your ceiling and or plumbing?
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah,
Laser damage.
Yeah, it's in this room over here.
All right.
up there.
Which one of you is a Mr. Ert?
Mr. Ert.
Yeah.
Honk Ert. Okay, I didn't know
we
there
got
were
a
two
call
names.
from Mr. Ert, first name Honk.
Yeah.
Wait, he told me he didn't know how to use the communication that's common in this
He
world.
used the magic communication crystal.
That is okay. Even though the honk is the one who called you, the one who is named Holwyn is the one who will pay you.
Holwyn is nowhere to be seen.
The one who is named Holwyn is the one who will pay you.
Oh, wait, let's look. Let's do a quick perception check for Hellman.
Okay, and who's this Holwyn?
The one who will pay you.
I got a 9.
And
They
where are
live
they?
here. They're probably in their room.
Okay.
Go to the room that
Muppet?
doesn't have crying in it.
I need 1 gold up front just for the visit, and then after that we prorate against that and add any additional costs.
All right, here's 15 gold.
What?
I just said 1.
Oh. Well, I was just gonna pay it all off right away.
Well, I don't know what I got to do.
Okay, here's the gold.
Thank you. All right. Well, I'll do a, look around and give you my feedback here.
All right.
There is a big piece of water up above where the leak is. It is
It's-
probably leaking from the bottom of that.
Yeah, it's the Otter's pool.
Who put a pool on the 2nd floor interior?
The royal family.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
All right.
I would not question it.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna question the hell out of it. That's for sure.
Well, as
All
long
right,
as it is
you
fixed,
folks can go about your business. I'll just come find you when I'm ready.
All right. Let's go to my lab.
Do you not
We go
want
to
to
the
find
lab.
Holwyn
Why?
to pay for the...
I already paid. Let's go.
Did you want to know where Hellman is, though? We all stop talking to hear we can hear a large sniff.
Owen, cast detect person on yourself. I think they did it. All right.
Does Holwyn not want to do Fey investigation?
Why would they want to do that?
Why would we want to do that?
Just explain this.
Oh, that is right. That
Yeah,
is why
don't
you
you
are so
understand? I
confused.
understood it so well.
I could tell.
Yes, it's
By the-
great. It's
by
so
the-
informative.
We're
Yeah.
trying to find a tool to stop, to see past
That's
Drovan's
Lamar
machinations.
Foundation.
Okay.
to see past Dromar's machinations.
Yes, that.
Because the Fae
is
experience
experiencing
time differently. They might be able to see through
See through.
the changes that drove on.
Yes,
Also,
exactly. We both understand this. We don't need to go any further.
Nines is a big dummy.
Really smart guy. I know.
Yeah. Nines was doing really well, but then at the very end, he was not able to do it.
But I had all the right answers. We go into the lab.
Yeah, we go to the lab.
We do that.
Do you need to knock first?
Oh, hey guys.
No, it's my lab.
Where you been?
Why are you in my lab?
You told us to all come down here, so I went here.
Oh,
You
okay.
were a Hoenn.
What's so weird about that?
Be sure to pay the plumber, electrician, repair person who is stopping the leak.
Sure.
I
Okay,
already
thank
gave them
you.
1 gold, so don't pay them too much.
Who? Never mind.
Just pay them.
So, I'll go up to the wall, pull out my parchment, and unfold it
Okay.
into whatever size it is. I assume it's the size of the entire room.
It's not quite that big,
Okay.
but it's the size of a wall.
The whole wall.
Yeah.
Help me unfold this also.
I will hold this side.
Alright, and I'll stick it up on the wall.
What are we sticking it with?
Also, put your side up a little
I
higher.
have adhesive.
Higher.
Sure.
A little higher. Not that
Cool.
Zoria's not that tall.
I,
Go down a little
I
bit.
just make myself tall.
You just make yourself Olsef.
Yeah, I just turn it to Ulsa. I don't understand why we're doing this, Xoria, but I guess I'll go along with it.
Okay.
Alright, I turn back into Xoria. I examine it first.
Okay.
Do I no? Is
What
it,
do you want to examine about it?
I want to see if how it functions and if there's any issues with it.
Why don't you make an Arcana check?
Guidance. Can you give me a little something something?
Oh, that was words.
Very inspiring.
Oh.
Arcana 29.
So, you're able to determine that for this to work, you will need to sacrifice something.
Olsef.
I don't think it's something that direct.
Oh. Might need him for a shield anyway.
You also determine that the magic at use here is not like your friend Pendalia's magic.
No. Is it still Fey feeling or is
Oh,
it?
yes.
Okay.
But it's not like Pendalia at all. Pendalia's magic, it always, when she used it on you, it always felt, it always, for some reason, felt a little bit like walking through a thick fir tree. Prickly, but not necessarily painful. And it did smell of pine. This, though, this is different. This doesn't smell of pine. This smells of something earthier, something of the ground. It's subtle. Make a nature check.
26.
This smells almost like a stone of some sort. Maybe some sort of rare mineral. There's a harshness to this magic. Pendalia's weavings, with her arcane masteries, they tended to have sort of a floral note to the way they flowed. A gentle lilting in her incantations. Slight spring in the beat. This feels more like a steady drum beat. You can't tell exactly where this came from, but you can tell that whatever magic created this came from a very powerful fae. You can read the incantation well enough. You can speak the language of the fae world, but it just doesn't feel quite as warm as what you're used to.
It's probably fine.
So, can Ulseth detect any of this stuff? Can Ulseth smell the earthiness and the stoniness, or anything like that?
Since the nature of furbolgs is very closely entwined with nature itself, you can't quite pick up on this as much as Xoria can. But unlike most magic that you've seen, which has been Xoria's, Nine's, and a smattering of other casters, you never gave the smell of magic any much thought. Occasionally, you'd smell the results of a fireball, or acid being spewed, or some poisonous cloud. But an incantation? This strikes you as something odd. At first, you think it's maybe just the parchment that it's
Old.
printed on. But then you've smelled parchment before, and this doesn't smell like parchment. It's extremely subtle, but you do get some earthy hints. It's not, like I said, as strong as Xoria's senses are, but you get some dulled version of it.
Am I able to infer in any way what variety of sacrifice it's looking for?
Well, in typical fayness, it's ill-defined, lacking instruction, and probably isn't quite as dramatic as you think. But on the other hand, it could be far more dramatic than you'd ever dream of doing. Because the Fae don't really have consequences for actions like we do.
Xoria, throw some gold at it.
Why would that work? That doesn't make any sense. Haven't you been paying attention?
What? To what?
Alright.
Nines, is your solution to everything just throw gold at it?
Usually,
I throw money at Hilwyn.
slide 2 gold pieces across the counter.
I throw 3 gold at Hilwyn.
Owen pockets the gold.
Damn it. I needed that. I need that to pay my manager.
I'm going to try starting out simple. And I'm going to try offering this purple Fae crystal that I've gotten.
Okay.
And we'll move to more exotic things after that.
So, what do you do to sacrifice it? What movements do you make? What indication do you give to say this is my offering?
This Fey crystal is supposedly part of the Fey realm and would have a connection to it. So I'm going to try and use it. I'm going to place my hand on the parchment,
Okay.
incant in Sylvan, and attempt to draw a line between the Feywild and this crystal, and use that to force open the portal,
Okay.
like a what would you call that?
Door.
Yeah, like a door, more like a wedge.
Okay. You can feel you drawing up the magical energies. Since this isn't a predetermined spell, you're casting a ritual. And you begin to channel these energies into the crystal, trying to bore through into the Fey realm. You get nothing in return, though. How long do you keep it going?
I'll attempt to sacrifice the crystal by pressing it into the parchment.
You simply feel it press against the wall. But after you stop pressing it against the wall, realizing the futility, a bit of new writing appears on the parchment.
What's the handwriting look like?
It matches the
rest.
It matches the inscription on the scroll. And what it says is, what kind of sacrifice is that?
It's a sassy portal.
Alright. Then I was going for the simple first, the more basic options. Alright, so it's going to want a more proper sacrifice.
Or maybe not. Maybe it is waiting for an answer. Wait, do you tell us what it said?
Sure, I'll translate it for you.
It says, what kind of sacrifice is that? Perhaps you need to tell it.
Yes, maybe it's confused.
I'll write a good one on the parchment.
Do you put a winky face emoji
After
on
a
there?
moment, your own writing disappears, and a new response shows up. And it simply says, "No, it isn't."
I know it's not.
Xoria is arguing with this parchment. I wonder how it will go.
But the parchment's gonna win.
Holwyn, at this point, Holwyn's just sitting back like, well, now I'm invested.
You should have seen the drama earlier. Sandra and Andra were really going at it.
Yeah, it was intense.
I thought for a second you said I should have seen the Dromar earlier.
The Dromar.
You did not say that.
Okay.
Hey, it's like 5 Dromar.
I will put my hand on the parchment. And if it wants a good sacrifice, I'll give it one. I'll attempt to open up a connection through the portal.
Okay.
And I will offer up a sacrifice of memory of my mother's home cooking.
Another written response appears and says, "Excellent sacrifice, but we're not sadists."
Okay, well, they're not evil.
Well, it's good to no. Didn't say not evil. Just said not sadists.
Yeah, they can still be evil.
What are you thinking now?
Okay, not sadists, but it was a good sacrifice.
I wonder if I have anything that they would like.
I think,
They have a branch of the tree that was growing in this.
we're not looking for a physical thing here.
Oh, how do you know?
I'm the expert.
She's doing her
You
best.
have full understanding of this, do you? not?
Absolutely, I told you I understand everything that's going on.
All right. I'll offer up.
Why don't you make
My love of Chamarinas.
I'm gonna
You want to
For the
toss
good
me
of the
a bomb?
group.
okay, I'm gonna say
The Chamarita was a joke. I'm never giving that up.
Oh, I have an idea.
I'm gonna make an insight check. And we're gonna apply it. Usually it's just applied to, is someone deceiving me?
But this is
But-
inferring.
Exactly.
intent. A dirty 20.
Okay.
Or, sorry, 21. I did math. I'll give up my math skills.
You just doom their entire realm.
You know that the things that drive the Fae the most are amusement.
Don't sacrifice me.
They want something. Typically, the Fae want something that can amuse them.
Oh, I know what you can give them.
What's that?
You can give them a promise never to ridicule me for living in a swamp, which I have never done.
No, I'll give them my most prized thing.
Ridiculing me living in a swamp.
No.
I go up to it.
No,
and I'm
I-
gonna give it a joke.
No.
Why
I-
not?
Fine, give it a joke. Take my movements.
Hey, what do you give a sick citrus tree? Lemonade!
An ellipsis appears.
I offer to give them my magic ear cleaning cup.
Wow.
You can't offer up something physical.
I know. I give up my memory of the sensation.
Can you just get it back?
No, I could make new ones maybe, but
But not the first
my
one.
memories of every time I've stuck that thing to my ear and the sensations.
It says, "You're getting warmer, but I can't play with that very much."
Give him Honkert. What? Just shoving the crystal into the.
Just get rid of Honker is your goal.
You're the one who took him! You're the one who made all of the choices
And set him free.
to make him part of this world the way that he is now, and he is taking care of the estate.
I do
and
s-
all you can do is just go, I want to get rid of Honker. I want to sacrifice him to the thing.
Okay.
You are nice. What do you think Honkard would do to you if they thought that you were trying to get rid
I
of
will
them?
give them something
Probably like me
very
more for some reason.
entertaining then, and
Okay.
offer my memory of Nine's concert at the Festinian Manor.
Okay.
Do you tell us what you're sacrificing?
No.
Okay. Because I don't know if I'd be insulted or
Or
honored.
Honored.
Yeah.
Okay. The dots disappear from the ellipsis.
Good sign.
And this time, not in Sylvan, but in Glendrangan, it reads, The Burning Builds.
Hey, how come it's saying that, Xoria?
I actually
And-
have no idea. What?
Well played.
Why is
So-
everyone laughing?
Nice is
So-
laughing in game.
As you give up that memory, and the message appears on this large piece of parchment.
What are the letters like? Are they like little flamey things, or are they in italics, or is it just little bitty?
Is it like the TV show Ghost Rider?
Is it like Is it like on the album cover
The album cover of what?
of the song,
The Burning Bell.
The
Yeah.
Burning Bills?
I don't think we got an out. Well,
You
actually,
didn't-
no. The Voice probably released it.
Yeah.
No, I should, but we
yeah.
I haven't seen it, so they wouldn't know it.
Yeah, I don't think you released an album from that. There was no recording equipment for it. However,
Thought he
to
sold
answer
song.
your question, I mean, don't get me wrong. The label definitely capitalized on it. They just didn't record it. So, as you read that, the text appears, and it's just a very straightforward, serifed, fancy-ish looking text. And then the parchment starts to burn. The parchment is on fire,
Is it supposed to do that?
and it's very
probably.
much on fire.
This is probably fine.
And then other things in the room are on fire.
Yeah, this is fine.
We're not the meme.
And before you know it, you are engulfed by fire.
Is it fine?
Xoria, what's going on, Xoria?
Magic.
Which kind of magic?
Hey, I figured out your problem. It's gonna take a couple days to fix. We gotta, repair the wood, drain the pool up there, do all the... You hear the plumber contractor going on.
Oh, poor Artemore is going to be pondless.
You're gonna be fine, Elsa. This is fire.
And then you hear his explanation slowly fade away. And you find yourself surrounded by vividly green plants.
Is this just Xoria,
To-
or are we there too?
Oh, you're all there. To help those of you in the room, not that any of our viewers can really see it, but you probably can imagine it because it's the color of the green screens that are behind us. So if
Like we're in a whole new studio.
that's the color of the plants, the sky is purple with gold clouds. The grass that you are standing on is a deep lapis blue. Pink water flows over a nearby waterfall. And before you sits a gathering of various fey creatures.
You're Xoria. This is a good thing. You were cannot be named.
Is there?
Why are we whispering?
At the center, there is a very large, a very flamboyantly dressed satyr. With they're quite a ways away from you, and they're sitting at a throne, legs crossed, leaning back, with sort of their body cocked to one side. They look at you with an eyebrow raised.
Hello, sir. Can I have your name?
How bold! Asking my name the moment you enter my realm? Ha ha! You
He
mortals
is
are
amused.
more impetuous than I've forgotten about. Now, the answer to your question is no. The question you should be asking is what is your name? And the second question you should be asking is why is my name? And on that note, we're going to end for the week.
So who is it? It's the voice, isn't it?
Oh no, it's definitely not the voice.
It's not Faye voice?
No.
Oh, okay.
This satyr is a massive figure. From a distance, you can tell that they are clearly
Big.
greater than 12 feet tall.
It's like an Ulseth and a half.
They are incredibly muscular.
Like Ulseth and a half.
Like Hugh Jackman in the latest Deadpool movie, ripped.
He was pretty jacked.
But with the figure of Colossus.
That guy was also pretty jacked.
Yeah.
At least seems to be in a good mood.
And one eye is painted over with a fuchsia and sort of a scar pattern, just as though paint was simply wiped over his face. The other is left unadorned. His horns curl around at least 5 times. And he has a platinum blonde flowing hairdo.
Oh, so it is David Bovine?
No. And that's the description that you get of your new satyr friend,
We don't know
who
if
is
we're friends yet.
apparently holding court.
Oh, we're good at that.
Oh, good timing, Xoria. I mean, sorry, I may not say your name.
The game's on pause right now.
Yeah, we already paused.
But time doesn't flow the right way here, so.
So I hope you all enjoyed this wonderfully sine wavy episode.
What?
Just-
Just like going from a fun concert
So
drama.
if we begin the episode here, then its tone went up. Ah, ha, ha, we're having so much fun with the imaginary band members. To then, oh wow, that's traumatic. Oh my god. And then we're back into what in the hell is going on?
To be fair, the Fae, I think, can go. It's not like this. It's more. It can easily be like.
Well, yeah, you just got here. So the next episode is gonna look like
A seismograph.
yeah, a seismograph or perhaps an electrocardiogram for someone having an event.
Yeah. And we're gonna have an event.
We'll see what happens. You just did a thing.
I did a thing.
You did a thing. I don't know what you did, but you did it. We'll find out what
Having
happens.
fun.
We're having fun. It was fun. It was fun playing a survivor of a cult.
But now you get to play a Fae Lord, maybe?
My range is all over the place, just like my emotional state today. Woo!
Eek.
And on that note, everyone, I can't think of anything else to say. So remember, stay safe. We love you. Bye-bye.